6.2 FM. I'm in the studio, ably assisted by my usual partner in crime, Sadat. Sadat, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. You
How you
sound
doing?
very tired.
I'm very, very tired. You sound a bit tired as well. You put on a bit of energy, but you sound a
just
little
for
bit
the
tired.
salam.
I suspect we're joined on the phone by our usual accomplice, Rashid Ansari. Rashid, are you there?
Yep, yeah, I'm here.
Excellent. You sound more lively than the two of us put together.
Because right now Chelsea have equalised. Right now.
Oh,
Wow.
brilliant. So that's the game that's going on live right now. Rashid, just give us a quick synopsis of how the goals went in and where we are up to and how many minutes are gone.
Well, it's 66 minutes gone, and Nicholas Jackson has equalised, and it's all square, 3-all.
Are you sure it's an equaliser? VAR not looking at it.
Oh, well, that's going to happen in fairness. But, yeah.
So Nicholas Jackson can't stop scoring after his hat-trick against Spurs. He's now scored against the champions as well. Is he turned a corner, do you reckon? We'll talk a little bit more about him, obviously, in the second half.
We'll talk about it a bit more. It was kind of going to smash ball in for about 25 yards out. Then they're just checking to see when Jackson followed in, was he offside when the shot took place or not.
I'm sure by the end of the show, VAR would have checked it by then.
Yeah, when we get to the end of the show, we might know. But it's 3-3. I mean, that's great news for the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham, and Man United, because it keeps us all interested in the title race.
Yeah. Well, although United are actually 5 points off. I think 5, 6 points. 5
They're
points
3 points behind Liverpool before today. Liverpool won, so 6 points behind Liverpool.
Yeah, there's nothing to laugh
Yeah, I
at.
don't
Rashid.
understand.
Were you laughing at Liverpool? The fact that I mentioned Liverpool. He's laughing because I mentioned Liverpool. I think that's what it is.
No, I was laughing because you mentioned United and title race.
Okay, fair enough. Well, you can play it down all you like, but we'll talk a bit about Ten Hag's stats and the number of points. It's the the most points after 50 games other than Guardiola. Ali's telling us 3-3. Ali, if you were listening to our show, you'd have known it was 3-3 because we reported it on our show. Yeah. Come on, man. Like, our station manager's telling us to update the score 3-3 when we're actually reporting it live on this show. Salaam Radio 106.2 FM. This is Salaam Sports. This is where you get the latest information on sports, and our studio manager would do well to remember that. I'm sorry, guys. I have to talk about the cricket. I don't want to. I don't want to, but I have to talk about the cricket, and let's start straight up with
who put England as favourites, by the way, out of us lot. I'm sure somebody did.
Might have been me. It might have been me.
It was you, innit?
It might have been me. I don't know.
I think we all thought England, because England.
No, not favourite. I think one. What did I say? South Africa. Someone said New Zealand.
So New Zealand and South Africa were both mentioned. India, I think, Bidan went with India, but he obviously knows more about cricket than the three of us combined.
Yeah.
So he went with India, and South Africa was mentioned. New Zealand was.
I think I picked South Africa. I think South Africa might have it, or New Zealand did.
But before we move too far off topic, Rashid, so I'm just going to stop you there.
There was a regular contributor, online or whatever. That brother picked South Africa. So
I must have been New Zealand. I went New Zealand.
Junaid said
South Africa. I went New Zealand.
Yeah, me and you, we were in England.
But before we go too far off topic, I think you wanted to talk a little bit about Pakistan's stat-based cricket approach,
which got them to 5th, ahead of the cricket that we were supposed to copy of England's, wasn't it? What was that, Bazball cricket?
Oh, so there's a challenge. There's like a challenge back to you there, Rashid, because you were actually.
Bazball is Test cricket.
Yes, that's true. I'd take that back. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Take it back, because Brendan McCullum is in charge for the Test team. He is not in charge of the ODI side.
Yes, get it right.
I got the words wrong. Okay, Bazball, but the fact is, you were promoting that Pakistan should, play as England. Stop it.
Stop trying to gaslight and stop trying to say fake. It doesn't work. You back Pakistan's ridiculous approach, and as Jose Mourinho once said about Man United, talking about United Champions League heritage when they got knocked out by Sevilla. He said,
heritage.
Season four. And I'm telling you now, out of the 5 out of the last 6 World Cups, Pakistan haven't made it out the group stages.
Well, we got Amma. We got Amma.
Ever made a worse
we got Amma. We got Amma Hussein watching. Amma Hussein's a massive cricket fan. Knows his cricket inside out. Knows it better than most. Amma, feel free to comment in and let us know where you think Pakistan went wrong, because I know you're a big Pakistan fan.
Wasn't that the highest chase Pakistan did against New Zealand, the 400?
Yes.
In the World Cup.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Pakistan didn't score 401.
No, they won that game. They chased it. They chased it on Douglas Lewis.
No, they won it on DLS.
Yeah, but that's a win.
It's the highest chase ever. Come on, Rashid.
Chase ever, Rashid. Come on.
They still didn't qualify.
No.
Afghanistan, they got beat by Afghanistan. Okay.
Okay. Wait. No, guys. Put some respect on the name of Afghanistan cricket. Yeah, the guys, they've come out of nowhere. They've literally gone through a war during the period where their cricket was really blossoming, and they've still managed to produce so much talent, and they've performed on the world stage, and literally, I mean, ran Pakistan close for finishing fifth.
Pakistan, a few of those players across the border, we could have had Adil Rashid and stuff. Sorry, Adil
Rashid. You mean Rashid Khan?
Rashid Khan, sorry. Yeah, we could have had Rashid Khan and the likes of those play for Pakistan.
We always get our Rashids mixed up, don't we?
No. It's been really bad. It's been embarrassing at times.
Okay, so let's pick it apart one by one. So I mean, Netherlands finished bottom. That's what you expect. Sri Lanka only won two.
The shock of the tournament, didn't they? Because Netherlands beat who did they? Was it Australia or did they beat England? I can't remember which one of the top teams. Netherlands did win one game. Did
get a win? Yeah, did get a win. It was early on, wasn't it?
South Africa.
Well, South Africa. That was it. Yeah, South Africa.
Yeah, they beat South Africa. And that was really it, to be honest.
That was it for them. But that's a great achievement.
Well, they shipped 410 runs to India today, so it's kind of put them back in their little box. But Rashid, I just wanted to bring up Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka have been kicked out of the ICC. Tell me what's going on.
Oh, have they?
I mean, we don't know the full facts, but it's to do with corruption and government interference. So it's just it's all a bit of a political
match fixing, allegedly, is it?
I don't know. I thought it was government interference.
The story is very cloudy right now. But I think the rule that they've broken, according to the ICC, is governmental interference with the international cricket setup, so the national team cricket setup. But that doesn't tell you what interference.
Pakistan should be out ages ago.
I thought exactly the same thing. Oh wait, our station manager's telling us something. Wait. He's telling us that Sri Lanka's been kicked out of the ICC. Cheers, Ali. Thank you. I'm joking. He didn't tell me anything. I was just winding you up. But yeah, so there's no details. Nothing coming out on Twitter behind this story. Nothing really being reported by the BBC.
No, the details are very light. But Sky and a few others are just indicating it's to do with government interference. So, make that, what you want of it.
Sure.
But
it's probably one to follow. Maybe
one to follow. But talking about Sri Lanka, and we talk about obviously the probably upset tournament of Netherlands beating South Africa. But did you see the timeout for the first ever timeout? It was by Bangladesh. Yeah.
No. So explain this to me. What happened then, Sadat?
So the player Sri Lanka. I'm getting names wrong today. I'll make sure I get the team. I'm sure it was Bangladesh versus Sri Lanka. I can't remember which player it was. Someone goes out. Another player's coming in. He takes his time to get in, but by the time he's got to the crease, and Matthews was it? Yeah, he got to his crease within the 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to get there. To face the ball. So he got there and he tightened up his helmet. As he was tightening his helmet, strap broke. So he took his helmet off and waved and wanted another helmet. I don't think he had to ask permission. He didn't ask permission for the umpire, for to change his helmet. And so by the time the helmet came out, I think first the gloves came out or something. But by the time he got to change helmet, the Afghanistan then appealed and said, "How's that? Time out." And apparently the umpires asked him twice, "Are you sure you want to go down this road?"
Oh my god!
And he said, "Of course I do.
It's the rules of the game. It's the rules of the game."
And he was timed out.
It's the rules of the game. So Raf Mohammed is saying Shakib. Shakib was
Shakib, yeah. And he goes, "Oh, I know him. I'm good friends with him, but the rules are the rules. The rules are the rules." It is what it is.
I mean, similar to the man-cad thing, yeah, where people say, and I've always been like this, talking about spirit of the game. Look, spirit of the game is don't leave your crease before the ball's bowled. That's the spirit of this game. Don't try and nick it around, especially when
Australia and England test game, isn't it? When they got run out before it was called over from the
exactly. And you can say spirit of the game, but. No, you all do it when take that spirit of the game thing out of it, play by the letter of the law, and then you won't have these controversies. Amma has come in. Thanks, Amma, for commenting. He says the biggest problem in Pakistan is that cricket is run by the government. Ooh,
can't say that. We'll get thrown out.
Amma, we've just said government interference in the national team could lead to a ban from the ICC, but he says it's run by the government, which causes so many of the underlying issues. It's hard to disagree with that. I mean, we've had lots and lots of
establishment, as they say, because even with the pace bowler that was dropped by Pakistan again. What's happening with me today with the names?
Rashid, who was the pace bowler from Pakistan?
Is it Naseem Shah?
Naseem Shah was injured.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah. But allegedly,
we make our own stories up on Salaam Sports.
What the establishment did. He put a pro Imran Khan post on. And the very next day, he was injured and couldn't be selected.
Yeah, interesting.
That's all what happened. I'm just saying the chronology. Read into that what you like.
But I mean, the thing with Pakistan is over the years we've had many ex-players come out and talk against it, and some ex-players actually been put on the board of selectors and so on. We've had the likes of Ramiz Raja being very vocal. Wasim Akram said some stuff. Waqar Younis in the past has said a lot of stuff.
But Waqar's been part of the management about 3 or 4 times.
In and out. And when he's in, he's quiet, and when he's out, he starts talking. So I don't know. Like it's almost undeniable that there is political interference in the cricket team because it's such a big thing, especially now with the leader of PTI being Imran Khan, former World Cup winning captain, and what that brings in terms of.
You can't say his name, innit? We're not allowed to say.
Oh yeah, you can't say his name. I can. Yeah, I can because I'm not in Pakistan and I'm not under Quranic law. And until that changes, I want to continue saying it. But Rashid, I mean, that's holding us back, right?
It is. Look, it is. I mean, look, there's corruption in cricket, right? And India takes corruption to a global level where they bribe and then they bully.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
But they've moved away from the corruption of my cousin or my uncle or my niece or nephew should play for the country. They've just said, right, we're going to put loads of money in, right? We're going to make cricket all round better. And when we can't win it, we'll just host it and win it. And even if we have to bribe our way of hosting it, that's Indian way of corruption. We're still behind the times of saying, no, my uncle, no, my nephew, no.
Well, it's funny enough, as soon as Inzamam he resigned because of the allegations that were popping up during the World Cup of his connections with some players' agents and being in business with them. His nephew. Sorry?
It was about a company in sponsorship to do with food or drink or something like that, wasn't it?
It was partnership with whoever the partner of that company was the agents of a couple of the players, I believe. Again, today
sounds like a conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest, basically, is what they were all shouting out. He then resigned, and the very next game, Inzamam's nephew's not opening him, it's Fakhar Zaman, and we've won. Read into that what you may.
He scored 136 of 81 balls.
Look, wait, I'm just, you can't
again read into that.
One game doesn't make a career or a season.
He had 2 games because then the next game.
All right, 2 games doesn't make my point being, you can't just look at things in isolation. But just coming back to, Raf Mohammed said, PK said PCB was best under Ramiz Raja. I think they certainly enjoyed a good time for a period, but I don't think it's ever. I don't. Sorry?
The likes of Ramiz Raja, Wasim Akram, they're all like with Imran Khan, right? And Imran Khan has the vision of playing very similar like South Australia. And he ordered the structure of Pakistani cricket to be changed to be how mimics Australia. And that started to produce some results. All of a sudden, he's been kicked out. And the same old establishment elite are trying to get the way inroads back in again. But as long as the structure stays a bit like Australia, in the long term, we'll do well. And I'm optimistic in terms of South Africa because the World Cup being held in South Africa, our pace bowlers will be peaking then. And if you look at all the other countries' pace bowlers, they'll be well past it by
so we don't need to change our cricket, we just need our pace bowlers there.
No, we need to change your batting.
Stop gaslighting him. Why are you? This is no longer Salaam Sports. It's Salaam Gaslighting FC.
Raf says he goes.
How bad was our fielding before a cup? Think about it. How many catches did we?
I know. Yeah.
Raf goes on to say Raja had vision. The question is, was it his vision, or was it Imran Khan's vision, or was it the establishment's vision?
Yeah, but he also said under his tenure, international cricket returned to Pakistan.
No, they had international cricket before.
No,
few visits.
We got Test cricket back in Pakistan playing after Imran Khan.
Yeah, but it wasn't. No, because it wasn't there. Who came over? Was it Zimbabwe came over? I think.
Oh, so it was one team
West
that toured.
Indies,
Yeah, okay.
or West Indies toured, or someone came toured before Imran Khan's tenure, or before Ramiz Raja's tenure.
Okay, well, this is going to become a Pakistan cricket show completely. Let's move on. Any thoughts on where England went wrong? Because England have to be honest with you.
They didn't want to build on on partnerships. They wanted to play this quick cricket and just score really quick runs, and they just collapsed.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all. It wasn't that at all. So I followed a few of their games, but the one game that led me to be the most upset was the England-Afghanistan game, because that game throughout, even though every indicator suggested Afghanistan might win, I felt like England would win. We were 7 wickets down with about 150 to chase, whatever it was. And it was just like, we've probably still got this. And it was nowhere near. It was like literally we just got beaten in every... We got beaten in every...
You're playing Afghanistan? Because any other team, surely you would have thought, 7 wickets down, we're not going to win this.
A combination of just, like, the English fans just being like super cocky and thinking we're the best in the world, and the fact that we were playing Afghanistan, a relatively new cricketing nation.
I think England took their eye off the ball with the one-day cricket because they concentrate so much on the test to improve their test, and then average age of the one days were about 30 plus, weren't it?
Yeah, so that was it. That was one of the key issues. The average age of the English cricket team was at least 33. And you had people that were 36, 37 playing for England. And when you look at it, you think, no, they look pretty fit, but the reality was the humidity took it out of the English a lot. A lot of the times when England came out to bat, because they've been in the field during the heat, and the humidity of those places just took it out of the English team. And the other thing,
curry belly, was that what they used to call it? Isn't it, when they used to tour there?
Delhi belly.
Delhi belly, that's it. Yeah.
The other thing
I'm getting everything wrong today.
It's that England have, after the World Cup, they still played it to a good level, but they stayed still. Whereas it seems New Zealand and India and South Africa, Australia have all caught up. And people like Maxwell. I mean, you look at what Australia.
That's the innings of the tournament so far. It has to be. That was so good, unbelievable. They were like, what's
again, the Indian batsmen and some of the South African middle order, and Quinton de Kock has clearly risen to the occasion, right?
Easy, Rashid, easy.
What did I say?
So let me just read out this comment from Amar Hussain. Amar, thank you so much for your contribution. This is he's written an essay, so this might take the next 10 minutes. Give me a moment. Amar Hussain says, if you want to know the difference between India and Pakistan cricket, just look at how both nations develop players. Shubman Gill was India's best batsman at the 2018 Under-19s World Cup. Ali Zariab was Pakistan's best batsman at the 2018 Under-19 World Cup. Both made it to the team of the tournament. Since that World Cup, Gill has played 96 List A matches. Zariab has played 4 List A matches. Gill has played 123 T20s. Zariab has played 0 T20s. BCCI invested in Gill by sending him on 18 tours to Australia, to England, New Zealand, and to the West Indies. Meanwhile, PCB have done nothing with Ali Zariab. This is just one example of how our system in Pakistan lets us down. That's a brilliant insight. I had no idea about. To be honest, I've not even heard of this name, Ali Zariab. I mean, no. Rashad, are you familiar with this batsman?
No, not really.
But it's incredible, isn't it? How this guy makes team of the tournament alongside an Indian, colleague, and the Indian player gets so much exposure at the top level to allow him to develop his game to the next level.
I agreed, and also the other thing I'd say is this. Not that in the end it mattered, but I mean, if you look at all the other cricket teams, right, they had a top draw spinner in this side. who was Pakistan's spinner? We had two initially. We had two part-time spinners, as in all-rounders, and you know,
Adil Rashid, wasn't it?
and Nawaz, right? And then it was bringing me, you know, Osama Mir, sort of on and off. There was no consistency. Look at Australia with Zampa and Australia with the Santner and all the rest, right? And India have got Kuldeep and all the rest of it. Again, it's just one of those things. You just look at Pakistan and you think, how can the country that produced some great leg spinners, off spinners, the Dusra, you know, what have we done? And by the way, Man City have just scored. Rodri just scored his 4-3. Cracked it for about 25 yards, 86-minute goal.
Just kick in the gut at the wrong time. Don't worry, give it 5 minutes. Our studio manager will give us an update. I'm sure
there.
he's disappeared. So yeah, I was talking about England and you guys went back to Pakistan. This is the thing, you can't talk cricket with Pakistan cricket fans. Like, all they want to do is talk about Pakistan.
But I think, like you said, has done a great little piece there.
Yeah.
When's the last time, I can't remember, when we had under 19 or under 18s, you know, World Cup player for Pakistan come through the ranks. It's always been like, you know, a player just spotted him from anywhere and just brought him straight into the national team.
Yeah, but I'll turn that back on you as a Pakistan fan, and that is, you know, do you and not just you specifically, but as a collective, I feel like Pakistan fans tend not to give people a long run in the team. Like, if people are failing, they'll chop their legs out and say, we've got this talent, and we've got a multitude of talents, and you're like, you do, but that time investment is absolutely necessary, and you have to let them fail. And
that's it. That's, you know, a bit like management, isn't it?
PK says, get Nadzi on here. Nadzi has been asked many times to contribute to. Rashid, you know Nadzi. Nadzi came down to Leicester and played centre back for us once. Remember? Yeah. He's a stunning cricketer, has an incredible insight, but he's just a little bit shy on the radio. So if he texts me privately, I'll read out what he says. But yeah, he's not been on the radio so far. But do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think Pakistan fans have the patience because they have a depth of potential.
But it's like, again, we got the T20 tournament in Pakistan. You have these players, even with Mohin Khan's son, the chubby lad, I forgot his name, he smashed it, gave him a couple of games.
You can't say chubby lad, forgot his name. Like, how many names have you forgotten today?
Everybody's.
I remember, he was huge.
Yeah, see, he said huge, that's worse, surely. I take that back if he's listening.
Yeah, you were like slightly rounded out. Yeah.
I take that back. Slightly more healthier than me, should I say. And he smashed it in there. Okay, yeah, I understand it's a Pakistan league. It's not the strongest, the T20 tournament, sorry. Yeah. But they gave him, I think, 1 to 2 games, and he didn't do great. And then he's nowhere to be seen.
Give him a contract. Give him a contract for a season, innit? Let him travel with you guys.
I had England supporters ask me, "Where's he gone? He looked really good. We thought he would be great.
He'll be the next Inzi.
Yeah,
for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
So Ralph said a Rodrigo massive deflection. Russia, do you know about anything about this?
Yeah, it came off Silva's. I mean, the ball was going towards the goal anyway, but Silva stuck his leg out and directed to the other corner of the goal.
Oh, Thiago Silva, good, but it was on target, so it's.
But doesn't VAR intervene?
No, Thiago. What's that, Ali? Ali's not talking to me anymore. I'm sorry, Ali. So going back, just last few minutes before we go into the break, and I do want to finish off on this cricket, and obviously New Zealand, well done to them, Australia, South Africa, but India have been faultless. Have they got?
They'll play New Zealand next time, so it's top versus bottom, and the two.
No, it says played 9. What do you mean? It's played 9, isn't it? Oh, they're playing in the semi-final. Yeah. So, but are there any?
1 versus 4, 2 versus 3. So India play New Zealand in Bombay, and then South Africa, Australia on Thursday in Kolkata.
It's Mumbai now, isn't it? They don't call it Bombay.
New Zealand have a decent record against India.
Come on, I picked New Zealand.
You picked New Zealand.
Yeah.
I picked India, and then after I picked England. So let's.
But out of all of them, I would say, look, India are hands down favourites.
Yes.
But I say Australia are the team with momentum.
Yeah.
Because they started off poorly, and they've got better and better and better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Rasa just give the cup to India and get it over with.
So I mean, the one thing that's good is
at
at least one of South Africa and Australia will be in the final. So basically, Australia will be in the final because South Africa they get to this stage and struggle a little bit. If they prove me wrong, you know what? Fair play to them, but they've done it many times.
Do you think they're last ever run out for South Africa?
Who's the equivalent to? Who's Bottlers in the Premier League? Is it Tottenham? London Bottlers?
Yeah.
Tottenham are the only team that finished third in a 2-horse race,
yeah. And it's like they've had a bit of a nosebleed now, haven't they? Since they got to the top, they've lost a few games.
Lance Klusener, Alan Donald scenario.
Oh, the Lance Klusener, Alan Donald one was just hilarious. But no, Rashid, I just want to push you on just this one thing. Where do you see India's weakness, if any? I mean, we're going to the break very shortly, but if you could just maybe think of the first thing that comes up.
Possibly, I'd say maybe against Maxwell. I don't think they've got what it takes. If Maxwell gets going, the last 10 overs for Australia.
It's amazing, isn't it? So I'm asking you for a weakness in India, and you're like, the weakness in India is the strength in another team. India do look good. They've got a good top order. They've got an excellent middle order. They've got bowlers that do the job. Yeah. So they've got all the tools, and I feel like Australia...
Hardik Pandya is out injured. That's the thing. India have got 6 top batsmen, and they're relying then they've got a tail because they've lost their version of This is great. We've got to go into a break now. Thanks for that, Rashid. Guys, we'll be back in about 4 minutes. We're going to pick up the football. Thank you for joining us for the first half, and we'll be back soon. To Chelsea.
Stay tuned to Salaam Radio after this short ad break.
Could you spare a few hours each month to provide support to people who are going through tough times? If so, Peterborough Samaritans are looking for volunteers who are empathetic and open-minded, and we'd love to hear from you. We run regular information sessions where you can find out more about what it means to volunteer for Samaritans. If you are at least 18 years of age and would like to know more, please email volunteer@peterboroughsamaritans.org.
Attention foodies! Discover a world of flavours at Pack Foods, the largest ethnic supermarket in Peterborough. Shop our vast selection of authentic ingredients from around the globe, including spices, marinated fish and meats, and exotic fruits at incredibly low prices. And the best part? We offer free parking. No more hunting for a spot. Come visit us today and explore the incredible range of flavours at Pack Foods, 232 Lincoln Road.
At Cake Inn, all our cakes and slices are freshly baked for that delicious taste. At Cake Inn, we bake 100% vegetarian and halal eggless fresh queen cakes. Delicious flavoured cakes for birthdays and weddings, ceremonies and all other occasions, with free customised messages, even balloons and candles too. Order for delivery or collection from Cake Inn, 489 Lincoln Road, PE1 2PE, and your cake could be ready within 2 hours. Find out more and order online at cakein.co.uk or call 01733 496 584.
Satisfy your cravings at Ibrahimi Buffet Restaurant. Enjoy a tantalising variety of Chinese, Italian, Pakistani and comfort food favourites, from starters to desserts. Kids under 5 dine for free, so bring the whole family to our location at 63 Sycamore Avenue. Open every day from 5pm till 10:30pm. Call us on 01733 313131 or book online to reserve your table. Ibrahimi-restaurant.co.uk. Every bite is a delight at Ibrahimi Buffet Restaurant.
Fancy the true taste of Middle Eastern Kurdish food? Asia Restaurant gives you the unique fusion of flavours from Turkey, Iraq, Syria and Iran. Eat in at 5 Fitzwilliam Street, Peterborough, PE1 2RU. Or order through Just Eat, Uber Eats or order through our website, asiarestaurant.co.uk. Call us on 01733 562 530. Asia Restaurant, the true taste of the Middle East.
Discover peace of mind with Islamic wills from W&P Legal and Mariam Khan. Expertly tailored to respect Islamic principles and UK law, ensuring your legacy is honoured. We offer tax-efficient wills, probate, lasting power of attorney and more. Trust us for a culturally sensitive estate plan. Your legacy, our priority. Call W&P Legal now on 01778 252 301.
This is Salaam Radio, Peterborough's Muslim community radio.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Salaam Sports here on Salaam Radio 106.2 FM. Thank you so much for joining us after the break, and what a dramatic break it's been. Cami, what's going on?
I don't know, I went to the toilet.
Rashid, what's going on?
I
don't know, someone scored. I can't see. Someone's walked off.
Extreme penalty. It was Chelsea were awarded a penalty. Ruben Diaz brought down Mando Broja. Huge melee followed. Penalty was given, and then Cole Palmer just stuck the penalty away. It's 4-4.
Was it a pen? Was it a pen, or was it controversial?
Yeah, it was. No, it wasn't controversial. It was
controversial
a pen.
Look,
Bidan Ganguli online. Bidan, welcome to the second half of the show. Thank you so much for joining us. You think it was a controversial penalty?
No. It was as nailed on as you can get.
Are you serious?
Absolutely nailed on. Yeah, basically, Broja goes to shoot, he doesn't. He feints the shot. Diaz slides in and just takes one of his legs. It's like the clearest penalty you'll ever see.
He took one of his legs. He still had the other leg.
He still had the other leg. What's he going down for? Actually, wait. News coming in from our studio manager. Apparently, Chelsea have got a penalty. He's been a little bit late. He's been a little bit late on the ball.
Extremely on the illegal side. It's getting a delay.
Bidan, it's a shame. It's a shame you missed the first half of the show, because we were talking about how you called it about India being, the favourites, and the fact they're the top of the group and they're probably going to go on to win. But thank you and welcome to the second half, and I'll start with you. I mean, game of the season already. I did see the first half and I thought it was amazing. I thought it was stunning football, genuinely.
I think it's been a great game, and you don't get not many of these games finished 4-4. But to be honest with you, just to touch on game of the season so far, I don't know why everyone thought Monday night was such a good game. It was like just full of just like ill discipline.
Oh, Chelsea, Tottenham.
Yeah, it was just full of ill discipline and just one team completely losing their heads. And
I think it was a game of the sort of like season. I think they were talking about the controversials, wasn't it? With the VAR, about 8 decisions.
No, they were saying it's one of the best Monday night footballs ever. I'm just like,
probably something to talk about on Monday night.
Yeah, it gives people something to talk about on Monday night. Yeah.
I think there was decisions and there's goals disallowed and all the rest of it, but also it's because. If Bosnia decided to carry on attacking no matter what. And
do you know? Okay, no, wait. We'll talk. We'll definitely talk about that, and we'll talk about that now. In fact, I think
says it was. So sorry, just as you're going to talk about it anyway. He says it was.
It was the game of the season.
Monday night, I assume at the time. Yeah,
he might be talking about today's. But no, I was going to say, like, you say that, and they did get destroyed 4-1, but the winning goal came in like the 90th minute or something, didn't it? 89th minute or something. And they were down to 9 men for a long time, so it was working to their advantage. And they had a disallowed goal for a very tight offside for Eric Dyer.
Yeah, that was the equaliser. But no, the problem was Chelsea couldn't somehow work out how to break an offside trap. That was the problem.
Yeah, that was actually quite farcical, to be fair. I mean, they had the highest line ever with a really slow centre back, and you're thinking, come on, like it's inevitable, but it's a really tough thing to do. And they, to be fair, I mean, I say to be fair, like they did do it, and they did it for a while. They kept them quiet, and Chelsea were getting frustrated. And then, lo and behold, Nicholas Jackson, the superstar of the season, all of a sudden, a goal today, 3 goals on Monday. It's just right place, right time. The guy's just got a knack of finding space in the box and knows where the goal is.
He knows where the goal is, definitely. I think he definitely knows where the goal is, and he knows the goal doesn't move either. So therefore, you can just hit the ball and the goal's going to be where you think it is.
Absolutely. Raf has said it was. I think he's saying it was game of the season. Raf, can you clarify? Are you talking about Monday night or are you talking about the game today? Because
I think the way he says it was, I'm assuming it's Monday night, rather than saying it is the best game of the season.
No, because that's finished as well now.
Has it finished?
Or he could have meant it was until today. He could have said it was the game of the season until today.
He could have said that. But
Raf, clarify, please, because we don't know what you're talking about.
My money's on he was talking about Monday.
Okay, let's go rewind a little bit and talk about Champions League. We're going to bring in Champions League and Manchester United.
Potter's lost it. He's having a go at the referee.
Who's lost it?
Poch.
Why has Poch lost it?
Mauricio Pochettino.
Why has he lost it? He's just drawn 4-4 against the champions.
Well, look, he's calmed down now, but yeah, okay, go back to the Champions League then. He took to talk about United.
Champions League, Man United. So I watched it up until 2-0, so maybe I'm a good luck charm because I hate watching Man United. You know, I've told you about this before, Bidsy. I love hate watching United because I love to watch them losing. And they were just cruising and they were looking so good and they were looking so comfortable. They were winning every battle. They were playing from deep. They were defending really well. They weren't panicking. They were beating the Copenhagen press. And they were really playing good triangles. And they scored with all fact. I mean, that's the two goals that Højlund scored. Really good goals. I mean, first one down the right, excellent cross. He's in the right place, knows where the goal is. Second one, Garnacho probably should have passed, but
he followed it in.
But he followed it in, easy goal, and it was no less than what you guys deserved. And then I think that, I mean,
in fact,
I'd like to say
chances they should have buried.
I'd like to say it all hinged on the red card, but we'll talk about that a little bit. But your thoughts on the red card, Sadat first.
Look,
talking to your mic because people want to hear what you're saying.
I don't think it was a red
Turn
card.
the mic to your mouth and then talk
I don't
to
think
it.
it is. I don't think it was a red card at the end of the day. Don't mess about my mic. Oh no. I don't think it was a red card. I think it was very harsh, but it's one of those. I think once he's given it, it's never going to get overturned. You can compare it to others similars that have not been given, but that being said, like you said, given a red card, down 10 men, they should be able to be good enough to see that out. It's just shocking.
I haven't said that yet. I was going to wait to say that,
sorry,
but I was implying that. Yeah, I was implying that.
Yeah, and I was thinking that, and I'm sure in one of the shows we spoke when Liverpool went down 10 men about 2 or 3 seasons ago, and they got absolutely hammered after that. And I said, well, you know, for a good team, when you go down to 10 men, you shouldn't collapse.
Yeah, I think that was against Man City.
No, I don't think it was Man City. Was it? Was it Man City?
It was Man City, and we went down to 10 men at 0-0. You guys went down to 10 men at 2-0 up.
Yeah. No,
so
absolutely.
You know what you have to do, right?
Yeah.
Bidsy, I think I might have said this on the group chat, but I said if the ref had seen it and given a yellow card, it would have been checked. Yeah. Is it because the ref didn't see it that they're only checking for a possible red?
Oh, no. I mean, look, I thought it was a red card, to be honest with you. I think that we've seen those given before as red cards. I just think it's, the intent is not about intent. I don't think. I think it was just about, Rashford. He had his foot up and he's absolutely come down on the guy's ankle. And
I think the ankle came underneath his foot more than anything.
It's one of those things where it goes, if you've played the game, you'll know that you're just trying to shield the ball. And blah. But I just think, look, although he didn't mean it, I've seen them given, and 9 times out of 10 those are given. I can't recall not one not being given. So, unfortunately, he's banged to rights and he had to go, and and then obviously
it's unfortunate because the law as it stands now has been changed. Intent is no longer in it. It's about force of the challenge. So
I'm quite surprised because given the angle that the referee had, he's seen that clearly. He has seen that challenge.
VAR gave it.
I know. I know the VAR gave it. That's what I mean.
Sometimes the refs are too close or they're too far away. They don't get it. VAR now has to automatically check.
Let me just ask you, Rashid. If the ref, I mean, we're saying the ref saw it, right? If the ref saw it and he blew up and said, you know what, yellow card because your studs did land on his ankle, that would have been the last of it, I think.
No, it is. The VAR automatically checks all of these challenges to see if it's a red.
Oh yeah, but if it'd given a yellow card, then the VAR would have checked for a clear and obvious mistake by the referee.
Yeah, and they would have ruled it's a clear and obvious mistake.
Okay.
They could have understood it.
Because by the letter of the law now, by law, those challenges that anything on the ankle.
Yeah, but I mean, anyone that's played the game knows that's not a red card.
It's not a red card. It's not a red card. I'm sorry. I think that's very harsh.
if it wasn't intentional, then it shouldn't be. But they're saying, well, they want those challenges completely taken out of the game.
It's not really even a challenge, like you say. He's protecting the ball. He's going, on a run, or as you were saying, the other guy's got there first and put his foot underneath his foot or ankle.
Stop that! He didn't put his foot underneath his foot. Are you saying his foot was planted and he lifted his foot and put his ankle underneath it?
No. The thing is, they're both going for the same cut of grass.
Yeah,
he's got his foot there first, and as he's going, he's not even looking like you say that way. And he's landed his foot on his ankle. It was not malicious. It was not malicious.
Yeah, I would agree. It's very intentional, but it's in the laws now. So if it's in the laws, then it's down to the football club, the manager.
I'm questioning if you've ever played the game. If you play the game, then you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you, we've all played the game, and we all agree that maybe 5 years ago that wouldn't have been a red card, and unfortunately, given the laws, yeah. So Ralph's made a couple of comments. I'll come back to them in a second, but just before we do, going back to the point I was alluding to, and that is, you're Manchester United, right? And you're away from home, and you're No. I'm not even saying that tongue in cheek. Genuinely, you're Manchester United. You're away from home. You're in the Champions League. You're struggling in the group. You're 2-0 up. You've had a great start. You've gone down to 10 men. Like, where is the batten down the hatches?
As soon as he got
2 lines of 4, one guy pressing on the ball. Where is that?
As soon as he got sent off.
Go on. Sorry,
Bidan.
Oh no, I was just saying that it regardless of that. For the 2 goals, we went 3-2 up. But again, the batten down the hatches, we shouldn't let it get back to 2-2. And then when you go 3-2 up, you should not be losing from that position.
Right.
The reason is Diego Dalot. I mean, he just turns off. He just goes to sleep so many. He's like he's worse than Alexander Butner in sometimes.
So if it's not Dalot, it's somebody else that turns. I thought Rafa, when he came on, was poor. I thought Ten Hag delayed that substitution too late. He should have got Eriksson off straight away as soon as Rashford got sent off.
It was Dalot for he was the cause for us to go down to 2-2, and then Varane was the problem. Varane
didn't even look interested when he came on.
So I think you guys have got a big problem with Varane. Genuinely, I feel like his mentality's not there. Ralph has made a few comments. I'll bring them in now. He's saying, sorry for the confusion. I was referring to the Monday night game.
Of course he was. I didn't think I was.
And there was no confusion. Although the game today was sensational, I can't wait to watch Match of the Day 2 tonight. Ralph also said, worst challenges in the Chelsea Spurs game, which went unpunished. And I know, Bidsy, you picked up on that, didn't you? You were like, this is pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, look, game to game, there's just zero consistency. I know there's one's in Europe and one's in the Premier League, but there are who was it who didn't get sent off from doing a horrendous challenge? It was a Spurs player went through on somebody.
It was the guy who eventually got sent off, but got sent off for
the second yellow, wasn't it?
Just there was some. There were some straight reds that weren't reds, and it was just and then they disallowed a goal for a very harsh reason, but then it turned out it was a pen anyway, and it's just that's why I was just thinking it was just a bit of a farce. But VAR for me, I mean, I know it's a slightly different thing, but I'm so tempted not to watch games live anymore, just because it's gone. The fun of it has gone. A goal scored, and you're just let's wait until
5 minutes.
VAR.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, and these reaction videos as well. If you watch these reaction videos online of people watching the game and reacting, you watch them live, you see clips of that. They're absolutely hilarious because they'll celebrate and then they'll go off for about 5 minutes saying how awesome it is and blah, and then it gets ruled out. He's like, bloody hell, that's exactly what you expect. Bloody VAR, and they just kick off, and it's actually fun to watch. But you're right, it takes away so much from the game, doesn't it? And
but what I don't understand as well, and I think someone made it in commentary, made a comment, is this. When referees get referred to the screen, why are they getting referred to the screen? If they think he's made a mistake, just bloody tell him in his ear. It's a red card. He's off. Why does he have to go to the screen, check it, see exactly the same thing? See exactly the same thing that he's seen on the pitch, and then he's got, you know what, because you've called me over, I'm going to give him a red now. It's just pointless.
I made that exact point.
I apologise, but if it was you, I thought it was in commentary.
No, he's making it now.
Yeah, the person who is in the VAR should be able to overrule the referee. It would just save so much time.
Yeah, at least do that.
But then it's all about the whole issue about re-refereeing the game and
do it. Fine.
And all that nonsense.
Well, they are re-refereeing the game. It's technically that's what is happening.
Anyway, yes, just do it. Fine.
I think we're all agreed. Just going back to the Dalot Varane, as an outsider, as a non-United fan, and I know I do enjoy them losing, but actually, it's I think you guys have got a problem in that.
You enjoy somebody else's
I do enjoy them losing.
He likes to watch us to lose. That's what he likes.
Oh, come on. Let's not go there so soon. You're killing me. What are you doing, Bidad? I can't even remember the point I was about to make now. That's awful.
Anyway. You said Dalat on Varane.
Yeah, that's the one, Dalat Varane. If it's not one person, there's another. And it just feels like concentration levels are not where they should be. Reactions are slow. You picked out Dalot, and absolutely Dalot's made a mistake. But I'm sure if it wasn't Dalot, it'd be Varane.
Yeah,
if it's not Varane, it's Maguire. If it's not Maguire, it's Wan-Bissaka. And
Maguire, that penalty. What was he doing?
Yeah, but Varane handballed it like half a second before he did.
No, but the Varane
handball. It bounced off the floor onto him, and his hand was next to his body.
His hand was right next to it. The problem has been due to injuries and all the rest of it, which isn't really an excuse. There isn't a consistency of a back four plus your central midfield, defensive midfielders. There isn't like 5 or 6 that play week after week, and then you're always constantly chopping and changing, and therefore you just don't have that fluency. You don't have that concentration.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And that's the biggest problem. I mean, it's good to see Aaron Wan-Bissaka's back, but he was ill the other day. Once Luke Shaw is back, then he probably may just play Varane and Luke Shaw as a centre-back partnership. Because
I've heard a lot of Man United fans saying, you know what, Luke Shaw comes back, it solves everything, and I don't agree. I don't agree. Now let's go to. Go on.
I was just saying, Ten Hag is always going on about tactics. He's not playing Varane because Johnny Evans, is left-footed and Maguire's right-footed. Or it might be the other way around. And he says you need that kind of pairing with Luke Shaw being out. It's like whether you play Reguilon or someone like that, or Dalot on the left. And he says that, like you say, when Luke Shaw comes back, you can then rectify it. And obviously, he considers Martinez, Varane the pairing, and Evans, Maguire the pairing. And because Martinez is out, he's not playing Varane.
Wasn't Reguilon available on the Champions League?
Oh God, was he? I can't remember.
Why have we got him on loan if we were playing Dalot? Well, he's played him a couple of times on the left back.
Oh, I think he was injured. Oh no, I don't know.
Because he was available on the weekend against Luton.
No, Aaron Wan-Bissaka wasn't available yesterday.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka wasn't available yet. But why is he playing Dalot? Oh, you know what? Move on. Next team.
Let's move on. So, yeah, Liverpool to lose in the Europa League. And go on. Rashid, over to you, mate.
No. Apparently Liverpool didn't play well at all, and Klopp was quite open about that. And then Liverpool had a goal disallowed due to VAR, didn't they, right at the end?
Yeah, but how do you absolutely destroy a team and then just go loose to them? Like, were we complacent? I didn't see the game. I'll be honest with you, I didn't see the game.
I think because he changes a lot of the players, and like for example, Van Dijk is rested and Salah is rested, and then they bring Salah on in the final 15-20 minutes to try to rescue the game. I think it's a similar thing. A lot of the Premiership managers, all managers that play, especially in Europa League, they literally play 2 different 11s.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, the lack of consistency then.
Yeah. So, okay. So I'm just going to put a question out to you, Bidsy, and that is, Klopp's come under a bit of criticism, not just for that game, but also the Luton game as well, where he's chopped and changed, and he's trying to get people game time, and he's trying to give people rests, but it seems like he's either doing it wrong, he doesn't quite get the balance right, or he just doesn't have much deeper than the first 11. What do you think?
Look, I wouldn't like Klopp. I wouldn't criticise him that much, to be honest with you. I think that he's doing a great job, and just in terms of what you've just said, I think Liverpool have. I don't know the squad massively well, but they spent quite a lot of money. I know they let a lot of people go to like Saudi over the
last window, yeah.
So maybe the drop is bigger than what it was, but you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, really. I mean, like, if he continues to play like what Ten Hag did last year, which is to play everybody every game,
yeah,
you're going to get injuries and you're going to get forced into changes. So I can see why against Toulouse, I'd expect a Jurgen Klopp side to beat Toulouse regardless of the personnel. I'd expect them to beat Luton as well, in fairness. Obviously, that kind of, you sometimes get those games. But I wouldn't criticise Klopp, not at all, really.
we haven't got legs to stand on.
Look, there hasn't been a drop off for Liverpool, in my opinion. I think Liverpool have done really well this season, and I hate that. Blatantly, I hate Liverpool doing well. It drives me up the wall. But I'd say it was Nunes that he had a mare against Luton. He missed chance after chance, and that chance he missed from like literally 2 yards out.
Oh yes, I saw
Clear
that.
open goal,
So
and
I explain this then. Explain this. Why do Liverpool fans love him? Like I think he's brilliant. I really do. I do as well. Look,
The effort he
listen, you know
puts
what?
in.
We were talking about just today. We were watching like a bit of the City game, and my son says to me, "Oh, somebody in my school thinks Jeremy Doku's better than Darwin Núñez." And I said, literally tongue in cheek, nowhere near, but Jeremy Dorco's more likely to hit the target than Darwin Núñez. Like, we accept that he's going to miss so much, but we do love him. I don't know why. I don't get it.
You have players that bring the energy to the game.
He's all action, and he'll just and he does. He comes on, gives it 110%, right? He runs, he tackles, he does everything, right? And then you see the chances he should score, he doesn't. Then all of a sudden,
he scores something crazy. Yeah, no, you're right.
So my mate,
go on,
you know how you know how I always say to you, Liverpool fans used to make up statistics to make their players look good, like most foreign goals by a debut,
yeah,
all that kind of stuff for Fernando Torres. Somebody sent me one saying Darwin Núñez has the highest non-penalty XG in the Premier League. And I was like, first of all, that's a complete, like, who even says that? And second of all, that proves that he's rubbish.
Yeah, it does. I know.
He's expected to score most of the time. He's only got 4 league goals.
Yeah, I mean, it proves two things. It proves, number one, he's incredibly explosive and promising, and also he can't finish for Jack. Like, genuinely, if you've got the most XG, you should be on like 10 goals by now.
I know.
That's a mental issue. It's either about
for Liverpool fans. Yeah, I know.
But do you think a player like that, clearly promising, like he's got the pace, he's got the attributes, can't finish, something wrong mentally, right? He hasn't got the mentality. But don't you think? But on a serious though, like do as Liverpool fans, I think we want to give him a bit of time and let him come good. And I say this with
time. How long has he been?
But wait. I'm talking about. I was about to give the example of Anthony Martial, who's been given 9 years, right? And in 9 years, he scored less than 100 goals. Sorry?
He shouldn't have been.
He shouldn't have been. But I feel like, isn't this like the same kind of thing? Because Martial came, hit the ground running, scored a Thierry Henry-like goal against Liverpool. I remember that, and I was thinking, my God, you guys have signed an absolute world star. He got 2, but one of them was just phenomenal.
The only one there, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. But then I think we see something like that in Núñez, and maybe it's almost inevitable that we will give him time. And I think, the hope is he comes good, but the chances are he won't.
Have you never thought of dropping him? As a supporter, thinking, you know what, I think he shouldn't start with Núñez. Has that thought come across you? He
came off the bench when we were down to 10 men against Newcastle and 1-0 down and scored 2 in 5 minutes. And you think, flipping, he's earned a start for the rest of the season, this guy,
But that's a genius of Núñez.
That's a genius. Rashid, I love that. That's the best comment I've heard in a long time. The genius of Núñez.
Yeah, your mate saying comparing Doku to Darwin Núñez. Surely you should be comparing Diaz to Doku and Darwin Núñez to Haaland.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
Liverpool fans don't want that. Nobody wants to.
No. We when we signed him, we were comparing him to Haaland. For about 3 weeks, and then we were like, nah. Look, I don't know. I think we're unashamedly supporting him because we're doing well. Like you say, we're doing quite well. Vivek Thakur says, talk something about Cricket World Cup 23. Vivek, please go back to the first half of the show. We talked cricket in the first half of the show. We're all football in the second half. So please do rewind this show and follow the first half.
Worth it.
It's definitely well worth it. Just going to move on now. We've got last couple of minutes, and I want to talk about some of the stats I've been seeing about Erik ten Hag. And the only reason I bring this up,
covered United already, but
but this is Premier League stats. So I saw something earlier today. I don't know if you guys shared it or if I saw it somewhere else, but after 50 games, he's got the second most points in Premier League history. Firstly, and secondly, in the last 5 games, I think United have scored more points in the last 5 games than any other team. Is that right?
Yeah, United the most. most informed team in terms of the last 5 games.
They won 4 games, innit? Was it Sheffield United?
No,
Luton,
regardless of who it is. No, there's a lot of talk.
Sorry.
There's a lot of talk of Ten Hag out, and I just want to get on record now, if you guys don't mind, where you stand on the Ten Hag in, Ten Hag out. Sadat, start on you.
I'm Ten Hag in. I think that it'd be ridiculous to get rid of him now, especially while we're on the verge of a potential either the 25% takeover or, as Rashid believes, Sheikh Jassim is still in the running for the takeover.
My brother Sheikh is never out.
Don't even that. You be sharing.
He messages me every day.
Okay, wait. Without the jokes, Bidan, are you genuinely Ten Hag in?
100%. There's no point in getting rid of him. Who'd we get in? And also, it would be unfair. It would just rinse, repeat cycle of some new person comes in. He's got a load of Eredivisie players from, Ten Hag.
Sure.
He's got OGS's players like, Maguire and whoever else. And he's got Dalot. He's got Johnny Evans. It's just different players. Like, there's about 5 different managers there. Fergie, Solskjaer, OGS.
Yeah. Sadat.
Van Gaal.
Ten Hag in, to keep it short. I with most of what Bidan said, I agree. I think it's not the right time to get rid of the manager. We've done that, being there, won the T-shirt.
And
disappointing though, the players that he has brought in to keep short is not really done great, but he has had obviously off the field issues as well as injuries.
And Rashid, very quickly, in or out?
In.
Any reason?
No, I just believe it's hard to judge a manager when you've got so many injuries. If all the players were fit and he was performing like this, then I'd be like, no, out. But you can't, when you've got such injuries like Liverpool did last season.
Yep.
And the United fans were like, crop out.
The worry is there's no identity of United at the moment.
Yeah. All right, listen, guys, thank you so much for taking the time and doing the show with me today. I've actually really enjoyed it in what has been a fairly challenging week and even month, so I appreciate that. And thank you to all of our listeners for listening. Inshallah, we'll be back soon. Assalamu alaikum.
See ya.